Okay, so I finished playing Devil May Cry 5 and I just figured I'd talk about it. Like, this isn't a review, although I probably will review this just to justify the $90 I spent on this. Ridiculous. Anyway, I figured I'd just talk about it like maybe spoiling everything style, but I won't spoil everything. Nah, I probably will spoil everything. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video. So, yeah, I figured I'd just talk about the story, do a quick hot take, as it were. And I was thinking, I should have a hat for doing hot takes. So I was thinking this could be my shitty hot takes hat, but it is too shitty. I was trying to make my own ear hat, and just all I gotta say about this is don't play God, because this thing is begging for death. It just spits fuzz everywhere. I made it out of the wrong material and everything, but that is neither here nor there. I know I wanted to talk about the story pretty much because, well, the gameplay is excellent. It is excellent, and I don't have the wherewithal to explain why it is excellent. That's why this is a hot take and not a review. So, yeah. I figured I'd just talk about the story, and I know people, they get a little bit worried when somebody tries to do, like, a hot take on the story of a game, because, like, it starts with you criticizing the ending of a game, and then the next thing, you're sending death threats to the devs on Twitter. Don't fucking do that, by the way. Death threats are wrong. Like, it's just a game, folks. It's just a game. Even me, who takes everything too seriously, it is just a game. So, yeah. If you have played the game completely all the way through or watched any of the cutscene movies, like, there was so much footage of this game on YouTube before the game even came out. It made hell avoiding spoilers, like, absolutely ridiculous. But if you've seen the story, that's playing back there. Ah, my boy's on screen. Nice. So yeah, you probably already know, if you know me, you probably know what I'm a little bit salty about. Gotta be real. They did my boy wrong. V is wasted in this game. And that's pretty much only the thing I want to talk about, because he was pretty much the only part of the story I cared about. I'm not saying he was wasted as in, like, they didn't use him enough, because, like, he's in plenty of the game, and his gameplay is really, really fucking cool. Can't get into that. But, yeah. So, the thing is, when I first heard about this dude, I was, like, I haven't played the other Devil May Cry games, but I've watched the cutscene movies, so I had a feeling that something was going to be wrong with V, and there was three things I was concerned about. One, he turns out to be evil. Two, he turns out to be somebody else in disguise. And three, he's gonna die. And I hate to say this, but it was all three. It was all three of them at once. Because somehow, some way, Virgil stabbed himself with the sword that was also Nero's arm, and it split him into a demon guy and a human guy, and the human guy looks nothing like him. Like, V and Virgil, they don't look anything alike at all. Whatever. And yeah, so that's strike one. He is basically Virgil pretending to be someone else. Strike two, he dies because he merges with the demon side of Virgil and just becomes Virgil again. And you never see him after that. And three, he is evil, technically, because Virgil is evil-ish. I mean, he did set up that fucking truffula tree that fucked up the whole world, so I'm counting him as evil. And then you see Virgil just standing there with the notebook, or the poem book that V had, and I'm just like, how dare you stand where he stood. I guess there is a possibility that he could come back somehow. Like, I guess if Virgil got stabbed with that particular sword again, he could become V and also the demon? I don't fucking know, man. Like, and of course, is pretty painful, because I'm sitting on my bed, I'm playing the game, literally watching V die before my eyes, and I'm just like, how could you do this to me? But, then they kind of just throw salt in the wound right after, because I'm just like, great, we don't get to play as V anymore, and his gameplay was my favorite, because it's so unique and interesting, and then I'm just like, wait a minute, if V is Virgil, what happens to those dudes that he was summoning from his tattoos? And his hair, I guess. Fucking whatever. And then you start playing as Dante, he's going up the tree, and then you run into the demonic summon, like, run into Nightmare, Griffin, and Shadow, and I'm just like, hey, cool, you guys are still okay. And then Griffin's like, now we're going to kill you and we're fucking evil and shit. And I'm like, no, what, why? And then you have to kill them, and it's basically like the game saying, hey, you know that gameplay that you really enjoyed and had fun with? Kill that gameplay. Because even if you could say, like, in Devil May Cry 6, which there will probably be because it was such a non-ending, like, sure, they destroyed the tree, but, like, nobody knows what the fuck is happening or anything, and whatever. And, like, even if in Devil May Cry 6 you play as Virgil, you could say, like, oh, they just give V's gameplay style to Virgil, because that's kind of neat. But no, all the summons are dead, so, like, that, the sick gameplay is dead. Why would you do that? You did my boy wrong. And yeah, I guess that's just like the biggest complaint I have, because I knew from the trailers that V was probably gonna die because he had that weird crackly face shit, but, you know, figured, I didn't think they would just be like, there is no chance of him coming back because he's half of this other character that nobody likes. I don't like him. I don't like you, Virgil. I don't like you. I feel like it's a waste of a character, and also kind of bad writing-ish, because, like, I feel like they came up with the concept of V. They were like, okay, we've got this really cool character with, like, he's got the tattoos, he's got the summons, and he's got this cane and shit. And then they were like, well, he's kind of random and out of place. How do we fit him in with the rest of the story? And then they're just like, oh, he's half of Virgil. Because I get the feeling that, like, they came up with V before they decided that he was going to be half of Virgil. And I think this because, like, he's a really unique character in the DMC series. What with his fucking poetry book and all that, like, it's so weird that he's half of Virgil, because he's nothing like him. He's got the different way of speaking, he's got the poetry book, like, and it's clear that, like, this wasn't, like, V acting a certain way to make people think that he wasn't part of Virgil. Like, he clearly has an interest in poetry, because it's a part of his gameplay. You can read the poetry book to, like, get your summons to not suck anymore. I don't know. You read the poetry book and their bars stop going down. Whatever. The point is that he's just too unique of a character for me to believe that he was supposed to be Virgil the whole time, you know? And I feel like it was really a waste of a unique character and his unique gameplay just for that, you know? The people I feel the most sorry for are, like, the truly hardcore fans of V. I am following a fan blog on Tumblr, because I was really interested in him before the game got released, and I was like, are there fans of this? And there are. And the chick who runs that fan blog, she was so disappointed. She was like, this is a waste of a good character. I'm just gonna continue writing him as I see him in my AU, where he's just like an actual character and not just a dude disguised as another dude. Man. I'm a little bit disappointed. But, you know, it's fine. They might bring him back. They might. You know what? Before I leave, because that really was mostly what I wanted to say. I think the thing that makes me laugh the most, it isn't even related to V. It's about Kyrie, and the fact that they obviously did not make a character model for her. Like, you just hear her voice in the distance, and I'm just like, yeah, that was a good call, because nobody gave a shit about her. They were like, nobody gives a shit about Kyrie. Let's not even make her a character model. I really hope they're not going to try to, like, fill in the gaps of the story, like, what happens afterwards with DLC, like they did with DMC. So, yeah. Just, I don't want that to happen. I really hope there's not, like, a DLC that's like, you want to see more V, right? Buy the DLC. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do this to my heart. So, yeah. That's all I had to say. That was my hot take of the hour. And, well, I guess I'll probably try to review this. Maybe. We'll see. Never know what's gonna happen next around here. Okay, bye.